Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Boy, Chris, just watching this first play, this battle at the line of scrimmage in such a big game is going to be fascinating and go a long way in determining who wins this game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
So on the opening drive, it's now 3rd and 4. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Touchdown, Missouri. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return.
Boy, that's a 14-point swing on the opening drive. Instead of worrying about giving up points, not only did they come up with this interception, but to take it into the end zone, they're an extra point away from really giving their offense an edge.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. They'll run it to the left. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They'll run it from the gun. Tackle at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. Tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Important second down play coming up.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. The eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. He's got it for a big gain. And he goes down after a big chunk play, the kind of explosive play this offense has been looking for.
We talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The tight end has got it. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Running back grabs it on the screen. Good job of the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. He's short of the 1st down mark.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
The real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So no gain on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 2. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. So with playoff pressure curve, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
The thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Returner decides to fair catch this. First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And he lofts it deep over the middle. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. tackled all the way down at the 25-yard line. Suddenly, they're in great position to get points.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Missouri now in the red zone. They'll change the pre-snap look now. First down, looking to throw the ball. He'll try a pass here. Looking right, this one caught. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
They need 5 yards here on fourth down to keep the drive alive. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Trying for a fourth down completion. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, it makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. And he drops back in the gun. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Have one more play here in the quarter. He's back to throw again on second down. They trap him and sack him back at the 10. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Took contact on the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play. They bring the punter onto the field now. Oh, and he's got some space here. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain in the return. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Moved right down the field for a touchdown. The quarterback making some changes at the line. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle. The shotgun handoff here. Finding space at the 20. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Missouri. And they'll set up with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. Great move there. Finally brought down after an explosive play for this offense. Big gain. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays. Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Misses the receiver, incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. The offense stretching the lead, building momentum, Kirk. And if this defense isn't careful, this one could get ugly.
Right now, this is just flawless execution in every phase for this offense. Doing a great job of mixing in their calls. Right now, widening that lead and killing the will of their opponent.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the fair catch by the return man. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns on their last possessions. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid game.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Second and 10 after the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. First down, looking to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw again. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. And he's tackled after the catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And they keep this drive going, trying to convert on third down now. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Gets past the tackler into open space now. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down and goal upcoming. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. All right, second down and goal now for this offense. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's past the 35. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And the senior making a disruptive impact play. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Well, it's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've got a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Fires it on the move. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackle made after a big gain.
I love plays like this when everything just kind of comes together. It's like an orchestra. Offensive line giving the quarterback enough time. The receiver works from the left all the way over across the formation to the right. And the quarterback with that time puts the ball right on the money. Well designed and well executed here for a big play for this offense.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now he's executing. We're in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. It's going to bring up second down. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And he dumps it off to the tight end. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Contact as he let the ball go. And is intercepted. Breaks a tackle into the clear. And he's got some open field ahead. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the defense joins the party with a pick six. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. And Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the catch. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to throw it on first down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the back now goes in motion. Second down, looking to throw it. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time. challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Looking to chuck it again. 4th down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Bounce right at the 3-yard line and into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Chris, I kind of feel like a coach right now because I'm always wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, all you're ever taught, all you hear about is don't let them cross your face. If they want to go to the outside, it's okay, but inside, no. Can't have that happen, and it costs them.
And looking to throw now on first down. Oh, the pass is picked off. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
Well, how about the defense here? Sitting back in cover 2, taking away anything deep downfield. It puts pressure on the underneath coverage. The linebackers have to have some awareness. This linebacker did a nice job of being able to step up and make that interception.
Touchdown, Missouri. All the way back to claim the lead. Try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. The Notre Dame offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Not easy to bring down. The quarterback finally gets the job done.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Under heavy pressure, he takes a shot. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He's going to lose yardage there. The defense closed in and forces him out of bounds.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
Oh, and he can't hang on. A little screen pass there. That's going to bring up third.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
And he wisely decides to just throw the ball away there on third down. Brings up fourth. The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Breaking free at the 35. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48. One play moves the ball to the 48. Another first down coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Hit as he released it. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
What a great throw here and an even better catch by this Notre Dame wide receiver. And Chris, let's be honest. If Notre Dame's going to become this top 5 team, this consistent brand, this is where they've got to make their biggest strides. The ability to make plays downfield and have the speed to be able to play with the big boys in college football.
Here's the second down play. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
On third and short, they hand the ball off. Tackled after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Will he score here? Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Anytime you're snapping the ball inside the 10-yard line, we always know for the quarterback the windows are tighter and they close much faster. He's got to do a better job of getting the ball out quicker to give his receiver a chance.
Second down and goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. To be muscled out of bounds, very close to the goal line.
Well, at this stage of the game, this offense is clearly thinking it's 4-down territory. They need points on the board, and they need them in a hurry.
Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. That's a crucial scorecard. Makes it a one-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. The momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They settled for a field goal in the last possession. They're looking for the end zone, no doubt, here. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Here we go, late in a tight game. This might be the biggest play so far. 3rd and 2. Fights through the tackler. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage. This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 30 now. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.